Hello race fans and welcome to the 2016 Daytona 500 presented by Sideburns of Doom Gaming. This was originally done as a practice run. Originally I was going to play this with Chase Elliott as my playable character since he's the pole sitter for this week's 500 in real life. But this was a practice run and I figured I'd just roll with it. The damage is turned off and the tire wear and gas usage are turned up to 4 times their normal rate. So there will be a round of pit stops. The pit window here at the 500 is about 8 to 12 laps. The green flag is in the air and Kevin Harvick leads the field. That is my favorite driver, by the way. All of a sudden, here comes Ty Dillon on the outside in the number 95. Last year when this game was made, that car was driven by Michael McDowell. Harvick has fallen back. He'll have to use that draft to gain position. And Ty Dillon leads the first lap of the Daytona 500 with his brother Austin in the number 3 close by. And here comes Austin Dillon for the lead. And Harvick is getting aggressive. He just made some contact with Martin Truex Jr., knocking him into the side of Ty Dillon. And here's Harvick back at the front, trying to block and also get a push from the driver behind him. And Kevin Harvick retakes the lead. Robert Richardson in the 26 in second. Harvick leads the second lap of the Daytona 50 if you really want to get technical with this race. This race was done on a PC with the game NASCAR 15 with an Xbox 360 controller. Every car except that number 4 is controlled by a computer. The number 4 is controlled by a joystick, so if he seems jerky when he goes into those turns, that's why. Here comes Clint Boyer into the 3rd place. I still don't understand why the game developers decided to censor out Clint Boyer's sponsor, 5 Hour Energy. It probably has something to do with the fact that in very few places, not every place, but some, you have to show an ID to buy 5 Hour Energy. And Robert Richardson is in the lead. With Harvick and Boyer battling door to door. Harvick getting a push from 6-time champion Jimmy Johnson. They head down the back stretch. He's trying to get that pass with a push from Ryan Blaney in the 21 Wood Brothers car. Oh, there's trouble on turn 3. It's the big one. Casey Kane turns and the caution is out. Based on the programming in this game, the caution will not fly unless the driver has turned more than 90 degrees, totals their car when the damage is on, or comes to a complete stop in a crash. So that's why it took officials so long to
safety crews are clear of the track.
And Harvick will not pit, and he will restart in 5th place with no damage. Robert Richardson and Clint Boyer in the lead row. There's the number 34 of rookie Chris Buescher. And Buescher makes a move to the inside. Harvick cannot pick his lane, and he makes contact with Buescher. And with a push from Ryan Newman, it looks like Kevin Harvick is going to take the lead. Maybe. There he is in the lead. And Harvick falls back in the draft, getting passed by the 98 of Josh Wise in the Dogecoin car. Much power, very speed. Wow. And Jamie McMurray takes the lead. But here comes Harvick again. This time McMurray's going to get behind him as a bit of a drafting partner. Without a drafting partner, these cars can really only get up to about 188 miles per hour. So if you don't follow the draft, whether you're in front or behind, pushing or getting a push, you're pretty screwed. McMurray's trying to make a move on Harvick to pass him as we complete lap 7 of the Daytona 50. Harvick keeps his lead. There's the Dogecoin car again. Here comes AJ Allmendinger on the inside. Harvick maintains his lead with Josh Wise in second, and Trevor Bayne, the 2011 Daytona 500 winner, in third. Back in about fourth place, you can see the 24, formerly the car of now retired superstar Jeff Gordon. Now the car of rookie Chase Elliott, son of Bill Elliott, who has won a championship in 1988. At 51 orange, Justin Allgaier. 2016 is no longer a working team. That's been replaced by the 15 of Clint Boyer, who retained his number and his sponsors, even though he switched teams after Michael Waltrip Racing shut its doors at the end of the 2015 season. Denny Hamlin was leading the outside pack a moment ago. He won last week's Sprint Unlimited. And Harvick slows down, and he's going to the pits. Number 33 takes the lead. Last year used by Ty Dillon for a part-time schedule. This year, not in use. The other thing about this practice run is the black flags were turned off. So Harvick did not get a speeding penalty when he entered pit road. Here's the Jimmy John's pit crew with their freaky fast pit stop. And a small glitch in the programming of the game, and Harvick is back on the track. The 38 of Landon Castle is in the lead elsewhere on the track. The other crews are starting to make their pit stops, as Harvick rallies to start catching up with that field, which has almost lapped him. But he's playing on pit strategy. He knows that everyone is going to have to pit real soon here. There's the lead pack behind him, with Landon Castle leading them in the 38. Besides the Clint Boyer sponsor being censored, there's another thing that's not quite understood by fans of this game. In real life, Kevin Harvick was sponsored by Budweiser until the end of last year, and now he's sponsored by Busch Beer. And so obviously those sponsors won't make it into this game. However, this game got an update a few months ago, allowing for Brad Keselowski's Miller Lite team to show their colors with their Miller Lite car without being censored. All it required was a simple age verification to say you're old enough to have beer advertised to you. The question is, why was Brad Keselowski given this preferential treatment by the game developers? We may find out one day, we may not. 2011 Brickyard 400 winner Paul Menard is now in the lead. This car is actually sponsored by his dad's company, Menards. Ryan Blaney's now in the lead. Son of former NASCAR driver Dave Blaney. There are a lot of sons of former drivers in this race. Harvick keeps trying to stay ahead of the pack, trying not to lose his lap. The 35 car last year used by Cole Witt, this year not used at all, is now in the lead. And it looks like the last drivers are now making their pit stops. Cole Witt leads the field into the pits. Eric Almirola briefly passes him. Almirola has his only win here at Daytona for the 2014 night race in the summer. Even without a draft, Harvick is making some good time catching up to the front pack. Austin Dillon takes the lead again. And then the 35 of Cole Witt again. I have no idea where that sound of cars impacting was coming from. Here comes Harvick back for the lead. And at lap 15, he has got a commanding lead over that pack, and that's only going to stretch while they continue to get up to speed. Will they be able to catch him in time? Find out after this commercial break. And we're back. Here you can see the large lead that Kevin Harvick has over the entire field. While realistically, this probably won't happen in the Daytona 500 this weekend, it's still good to see Kevin Harvick in the lead, right where he belongs. 4 laps to go. Harvick is still in the lead. Right now his crew chief's probably worried about his gas. Will he have enough to make it through lap 20? Go in a commanding lead. It looks like Harvick is not worried at all. If this plays out in real life, this would be his second Daytona 500 win after the heartbreak of 2007 when he edged out Mark Martin in his 23rd attempt at a 500 win. While for Harvick, it was only his 6th. Looks like today's fastest lap has been set by Chase Elliott. The game version of Chase Elliott's car, which is a 25, which was his temporary car last year, his part-time schedule car. Harvick has now passed the halfway point of the second last lap. NASCAR has a new overtime rule where instead of green-white checkered finishes, they will make overtime attempts. They have unlimited overtime attempts. White flag waves, and Kevin Harvick moves his way past the number 95 of Ty Dillon. Caution comes out, the race is over. In overtime, all they got to do is make it past the halfway mark on the other side of the track. And once they've made it past that, the race can be called official after that. They will now play with unlimited attempts to make it past that halfway mark. Kevin Harvick makes it out of turn 4 to win the Daytona 500.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Thank you for watching Sideburns of Doom Gaming.
Man.
Tune in next week. Right now, I'll take your comments to see who I should drive as next week.